Hello everyone, welcome to another episode on Tamurkhan, episode 36, and we're slowly closing in. I'm thinking that what I'm gonna do is, let me auto-resolve this and get rid of Scarbrand. I think what I'm gonna do is actually just conquer the dwarfs and then just go straight up to Null at one point and conquer it and finish it as a long campaign victory. Mostly because Tides of Torment is arriving and I want this campaign to be over so that I can start up a new one on Tides. That's basically it. Let me get anything that gives me income, of course, because we do want to support some forces, at least to keep the enemy at bay. Let's decisive victory that one, and now he's dead. Go away, Scarbrand. Faction destroyed. That's nice. It was easy, actually. I didn't even have to fight because, well, he was quite weak. And the dwarfs actually confederated on the last episode, so now I'm only fighting the Belegar faction. Let's get some garrisons just to ensure that I'm not, you know, betrayed or anything like that, or counterattacked or anything without knowing. Let's see if I get some replenishment. I'm not getting replenishment. Not getting replenishment. That's a problem. So this part feels easy to conquer, and then it's the other part that it's the problem. And overall, I'm thinking that the allies that I have are going to be dead, you know, the Warriors of Chaos and stuff, but they'll be able to survive long enough. Will they be able to survive long enough for me to conquer the dwarfs? That's the question, because then I'll just declare war on the Empire forces. They do seem to have only very weak forces. Seems like he hasn't been defeated, so they still have the forces from the early on conquests and hasn't disbanded or upgraded the units, actually. I'm already building up some extra defenses here. I'm pretty sure that I can get a couple more armies. Warriors of Chaos are actually surviving really well, considering the onslaught of enemies that they have to fight. It's a lot. Fighting the whole Order Tide, it's a big problem. They're fighting the Bretonnians, they're fighting the Empires, so that's a big problem. Yep. And it's always this case. I mean, I could have a massive confrontation against the Empire, but I feel like as I would go through, it would be like 4 or 5 major battles and then it's over. Like, I would fight most of their initial forces, defeat them, and then fight the reinforcements, and if those are defeated easily, then it would be fine. Okay, let's conquer Agru Migdal. And that effectively cuts their forces in half. So now I have to focus on the settlements to the south, and then I'll rally everyone to go against the settlements to the north. That's a lot of auto-resolves. I believe I'm gonna do maybe 1 battle per episode, actually. And the rest I'm auto-resolving, actually. Because I just have such high auto-resolve possibility that it's just better. So, and it feels better, especially for these playthroughs, because I don't want to spend too much, but it's still, you know, it's already turned 140, and I still haven't gotten my long victory because I'm because I'm sick. I'm sick with Nurgle. No, because basically I've been getting thwarted from going over to Null over here because of the objectives. I've been going against the Cathay, which is kind of nice. I feel like you should have variances of victory conditions. Maybe, you know, go after Cathay would be a nice idea, because I already conquered it and it felt a really nice campaign just there, you know? Alright, I still don't have plagues with upkeep reduction or income. So that's sort of the most useful ones that I've found. No, that's a big army, and this is a great army, actually. Lots of land ships. Well, they would die against my chosen, that's for sure. So let's just send Philip Schumacher. You know, he's the brother of Michael. He doesn't race as fast. That's the big problem. Imagine a cultist with an F1. He could race around. That would be cool. Alright, so I'm skipping a few turns. Now I have a secondary army here. Already recruited it, and I'm not suffering too much in income. Now, Wissenland is, of course, destroying the Warriors of Chaos, but I've managed to conquer a great deal. I now have these 3 armies stationed here. They're really not doing too much, but yep, it's basically just ensuring that I have a presence so that the Empire doesn't declare war. Now I'm gonna move here. Let me move where I can without... Yeah, there's enough public control. So let me move where I can in terms of movement points so that I can encamp and not suffer any attrition. Yeah, overall seems good. Seems decent. And yeah, I've conquered the whole north, the whole south, and now Belegar finally is bringing his armies over here. I believe this is just a case of defeating them, letting them conquer a little bit more territory, because I only have 2 armies here, and they're already suffering a little bit of attrition. But my forces are recovering, so that should be easy. And I'm gonna go against the Kasabar over there. Not against, through Kasabar there. I'm actually in an alliance with Wurzag, which is actually great. And in terms of my victory conditions, yeah, all that I have to do is conquer Nuln. So I'm thinking campaign has been long enough. I'm gonna focus my objectives there. And I could also go for a domination campaign victory, but that will take quite a while. Or maybe the ultimate campaign victory. I'm pretty sure that the Wood Elves are being defeated by the Empire forces, so maybe I could just capture the Wood Elf fronts and that will be it. And if I capture the settlements there, that'll be it as well. But I'm thinking finishing on Nuln is good. It's loreful because there's a big battle of Nuln for Tamurkhan. So yeah, that'll be nice. That he just gets closer and then I'll just rush for it. Maybe I'll get a cult there and teleport. That would be nice. At least one use for that. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be a cool idea. So I have a cultist there. Now, skipping a little bit ahead, and as you can see, they're all actually here. But I'm feeling that he made a mistake because I have the attrition for enemy armies there. And I can actually spread to all armies. That's good. Any abilities here that can help? I don't think so. I don't think so. Stalking could be good, but that's only for 2 turns, and I don't have enough armies to make use of it. The Beast Path seems fine. Yep. So immediately he's taking losses. And that's a lot of losses, actually. That's like 12 men each turn. Even if it takes like just 2 turns, that is just no replenishment for him, and he takes a lot of losses. And as you can see, I just skipped a little bit ahead. There were no battles. He just keeps sacking these settlements. And look at that. That's the influence of Kaisk. That's the influence of Kaisk. He's getting a ton of stuff, and I already have my armies here, so that's good. We might have just a small battle here, just so that I can showcase how to do it. But yeah, I'm feeling that that's going to be an auto-resolve there. I actually went on and recaptured some places here. Yeah, it feels good. I no longer have forces here on this front, but I have 2 armies there. I have 3 armies here. He keeps moving them, I believe, against the Wood Elves, which is good. And now, yep, he's going to go against Archeon. Archeon cannot defeat him, that's for sure. Yeah, the Warriors of Chaos are not really that powerful. I'm hoping for an endgame of Warriors of Chaos, which would make them much more powerful. So skipping a turn, and now we have the time to actually, or the opportunity to actually attack. Yeah, but this would be a decisive victory. Let me just have a small battle here, because I'm pretty sure that all the other battles are going to be decisive victories with this. So yeah. Doesn't feel too troublesome. So let's go. Let's start a battle. Already have my deployment phase gone. And red quick mortars. Let's go against the iron breakers. Or against the cannons, actually. First shot goes against someone else. And I know that the cannons are firing, but I mean, I can just approach. Oh, that's a nice shot. Right in the middle of two hammerer units. Oh, one longbeards. Okay, that's fine. So I'm attacking their cannons. Let me get my cavalry units over there. I'm feeling that there's a lot of hidden units here, because that's not 20. I can get a flame storm on the iron breakers. Let me see if it works well. I think it's gonna hit, so that's cool. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's gonna move away, but that's okay. Let me get these guys on those cannons, and you guys, you're gonna go over here and start attacking the Bugman's ranges. Yeah, there we go. Chosen of Nurgle, let's attack your nearest target, and let's start having some... yeah, some of these breath attacks. Seems nice. Let's attack the gyrocopters with my fire glaives. They're perfect against anything that has a missile, no, that is flying. They're really good against that. That's nice. Lots of damage going. And I don't feel like this is going to cause any troubles for me. Yeah. Let's get some of those iron breakers. They don't do a lot of damage. That's the problem with dwarves. They need to do a lot of damage with their missile forces. Otherwise, their infantry force just doesn't pull too much. You know? And I can always reduce their strength here. Let me see. Belegar reducing there. I gotta be careful with this guy. You can attack here on the Longbeards. Yeah, let's move the Rot Knights away from that. Chosen of Nurgle fighting Iron Breakers, that's perfectly fine. And let me just move the missile units here. Let's attack Belegar with Tamurkhan. And already these units, I mean, they're completely surrounded and nearly are about to crumble, actually. Even Iron Breakers are suffering. So let's get Fleshy Abundance and just replenish a lot of my forces here, including Tamurkhan. Yeah, he can use his Potion of Toughness so that he can recover everything. And let's go Nurgle Favorite Son. He's gonna attack there. Oh, I have a clear line of sight there for my missile forces, and this is about to be over. There we go. I still have a summon, but it's of no consequence. They've stopped. All that I need is to chase them away. So yep, that's the sort of idea that I can use against the Belegar army. No, they still have a lot of resistance to missiles, but I mean, Chosen are powerful. So I've defeated him, and I feel like I can take care of all of this because of the Kaisk the Befouled ability. It's great when they have like so many forces around, as you've seen. Yeah, because they're not replenishing, and I'm pretty sure that I can attack here and get them to retreat. There we go. He's going to retreat right in the middle. That's perfect. So now I have a target. Let's merge around that target. And I'm pretty sure that I can auto-resolve this. Pretty sure. Yeah. I think Kaisk should go over there. Yeah, I think so. I think he's able to attack that army. So let's move here. And there we go. That's a decisive victory. Let me just double check if there's no units of mine destroyed. Yeah, that's easy. That's very easy. That's a lot of problems for him because of the... I still got some casualties there, but there's a lot of problems there because of the plague. So yeah, that was cool. And there's only one army actually left. Let me see if I can attack it and destroy it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's good. Okay, I gotta be careful. I might as well just have to wait for the next turn. Let's see if I can encamp to get the replenishment going. Yes, I can. That's good. And you cannot. So let's just wait for that. That's good. Good developments. I'm going to finish Logan Stonebeard here. And overall, I'm feeling really good about this. He's going to conquer Bitterstone Mine. That's okay. I cannot attack because he will destroy me, or at least he will destroy some units. So I'm just going to move here to defend. Yeah, I need a replenishment to come over. And yeah, I can do that. It's fine. Can upgrade here. Let me get some more gold. Some extra income does help. Usually in the late game, just go for income in garrison buildings. That's my recommendation. And yeah, there's a lot of troops here. Oh, a land stack, a land ship stack there. I think I can get a third army actually going. Yeah, I feel so. Maybe a herald army. Why not? He has beastly for recruitment costs. I like this Nurgle. I like the plague spreading actually, and the aura pestilence is not bad. So yeah, let's go contagious. I immediately have a lot of problems with the upkeep, but that's okay. It will be gained soon. So I need something against the land ships, and I feel like the plague drone flyers would be nice. The death's heads. So let's just recruit these units. 10k. One more. Yeah, I'm now suffering hemorrhaging gold actually. That's bad. Maybe I can just merge some of these units. Let me see. Hold on. I can get some plagues for income from all buildings and upkeep. So maybe I can do that. Some resistance, some reduced weapon strength if it affects the enemy. Let me go for these guys. No, hold on. There we go. That's the button I need to click. And let's give in everything. In fact, okay, I'm no longer hemorrhaging that much gold, and I can actually merge so that I can give him, I can replace that and give him the plague. That's good. Then I'll give it to this guy. Yeah, one toad to give that. And now let's regain that toad dragon. That's good. Already much less upkeep. If you gather all the upkeep bonuses, you can support so many more armies, you know. Just the extra 2 that sometimes you're gonna need late game is already good. And I still have income from all buildings to give. And I wonder, is it here? No, they already have. Typically these islands are give me so much income. So I'm thinking something in the middle of things. Maybe in Cathay. Weijin would be a good target. Okay, this is a little bit to the side. I don't like it. Oh, this is perfect. Right in the middle so it can spread everywhere. Yeah, that's where the plague is going to go. That's where the plague is going to go. So, Kunlan. Battle healing and construction time, that's not a big problem. Let's go for it. Let's give the spread and duration, infect, and immunity. I mean, it's fine. There we go. And suddenly I'm not losing 7k, I'm losing 3,900. Okay, that's good. That's good, that's good. And he is indeed sending his units towards the other fronts, so that's cool. He actually gave me the time to destroy Belegar, so I'm gonna take it, but on the next episode. Bye-bye, guys.